Welcome back to the second half of Illuminati with Crip and Trix. Thank you for tuning in tonight. This is our second half already. If you missed the first half, just in case you did, we are today talking about
functional sculpture, but great art. Let's just put it that way. We're talking about great art.
As
great
always.
Filipino art of Filipino materials, done with the Filipino spirit,
and who better
with
to
the
have
Filipino
with us to
genius
talk about
behind
great
it.
art, yes, other than the brilliant Benji Reyes. So
Oh.
once again, Benji, thank you for joining us on the second
Thanks
half
for having
of
me here.
Illuminati.
And what more can be more Filipino than that, no? It's a pangalan na lang, Reyes, di ba?
Reyes.
Pinoy na Pinoy. And earlier in the first half, you mentioned the chair that was inspired by someone who is a legend among us, Severino Reyes.
Yeah, he's my...
Lola Basyang.
Lola Basyang.
Yung nag-create ng Lola Basyang.
Yun yung pen name niya, di ba? Lola Basyang.
Lola Basyang.
He's my great-grandfather. Proud to say, yeah.
Kaya siguro nagpunta ka sa Silya kasi nga, ang famous line niya doon, sige, ano yung mga bata, yung umupo ka na, Efren, huwag ka nang maingay.
Huwag ka nang maingay, mag-umpisa na tayo. Yeah.
Pinapakinggan ko yan dahil sa radyo.
So for those who missed the first half, this is actually one of the creations of Benji. So it's beautiful. I love it. I wish I could take it home, but I know that's not possible.
Homage and tribute to his mother.
Celia Nifelli.
Celia Nifelli.
And he names each of his pieces individually. And they can have a chance to see these pieces themselves on your website?
Yeah, my website. My showroom is my place, my studio. They can email me.
What's your personal website again, Benji?
BenjiReyes.com.
Yung Benji Reyes dire-diretso, no? No, tapos .com lang. Punta kayo. Ang gaganda
I'm also on Facebook.
Yeah.
They can like my page for updates and everything on what I'm doing for shows.
So we can have an idea of the kind of work that gets into it, no? Maybe we can show the second set of stills showing our artist, Benji Reyes, at work on this. Look at that block of wood.
Look at the positions he has to get himself into.
This is a coffee table, chest of drawers. So it has drawers all around. This is going to be part of the show in November.
Oh, okay.
So that's the new line. Those are drawer handles actually. The whole.
Is that natural texture on the side?
No, I sculpted it.
Beautiful.
Waves.
The flow of water.
And this one?
This one I'm working on a bowl. It's Nara Burl.
Nara to, huh?
Nara, yeah. This is also part of the show. That's a cabinet door. That's a huge chunk of ironwood that I'm working on. One of the hardest. Actually, I started with the ironwood. This is a cabinet also for the show. Sometimes I work indoors when it's raining. It's been raining nowadays. So I work indoors.
Were you making all of these pieces specifically for your upcoming show?
That's the best clamp in the world. I'm sorry.
What is it?
I'm sorry.
Best?
I'm sorry. The best clamp in the world.
Yung ano,
kasi,
toast.
Alam mo, I've learned through the years to rotate
monkey style.
Yeah. No, actually, Asians do it this way. Yes. Balinese, Thai, Ifugaos, they work like this and it works. Pwede mo siyang paikutin. I'm sorry, Trix, you were asking.
Yes, I was asking because you were mentioning that was a cabinet that you were sculpting for the show. Do you create your pieces specifically for shows, or do you revive old pieces and exhibit them at new shows?
Now, this November, what I'm doing, it's more of a Thanksgiving. What I want to show to the patrons and the collectors is what I've developed into as a designer because of them through the years.
Parang an entire sampling. Like here, it's a chair that you're working on, no? Is this something similar to the Datu chair? No?
Yes.
So I can say that, see how it's evolved from the time you said you first exhibited your Datu chair.
Exacto, yeah.
It's becoming more curved, more, yun, straight back lang, no? O Raja chair na ba to?
Ito Raja to.
Raja na yun.
Yan, nililiha ko siya. Parang because through the years, as you learn more, gusto kang baguhin pero you never changed it. So that year, what I did a retrospect.
Okay. Is this a bowl or?
No, this is the seat of the Raha.
Ganun ba?
So attention to detail talaga. Now, when you look at the chair kasi from all angles, now you can look at the smallest detail, meron pa rin makikita ron.
Like women, do you?
Yep. Sakto.
You never looked at women just from the frontal angle.
Yeah,
Come
no
on.
crap.
Get real.
A well-turned ankle. That's all I appreciate. A well-turned ankle. Anyway,
Okay.
Part of the exhibit, no, are these sculptures.
We have a pregnant
and
lady.
Of course, they are what? What would they be part of? You know, you have a
What do they look like they're
pregnant
part of?
lady, a fat bishop. This one is a pregnant lady. This one is a fat bishop. Okay, a horse,
A loyal
and a couple
horse.
of individuals that, of course, would be the pawns in a chess set.
They're similar, but they are very different at the same time because these are actually the pawns. And Benji, you were saying earlier that you see chess really as like a war.
It's a war
scenario.
game, and,
Yes,
and the way I look at it, the figure should be, in action.
correct. That's
Unfinished pa ito no, Benji?
Unfinished
Sabi mo.
pa yan. I just,
parang
Horse
mga-
is
I'm
not
sculpting them
Pencil nila.
individually, and probably in the next
How big will the
board be?
chess
Board
table be? I'm trying to imagine. Siguro 2.5 feet square.
a little wider.
More pa. Almost
more,
3
more
feet.
space. You need-
Almost
Three.
You want a space that when you sit and see the whole thing,
And then maybe
Really
something
getting
even
action.
bigger. Yung life size. Dyan sa the fort, no? As public art. BGC. I'm trying to get that idea into your heads. BGC. Bonifacio Art Foundation. Listen to me. Merong yung life size nga. Amphitheater. No? Or may Tears Gallery. Tapos life size itong mga kuha, no? That would
Yeah.
require
That
two
would
men
be
to
a
lift
sight
pag
to
sinabing
see.
Hindi, pwede
pont
mo
looking for
Pwede mo lagyan ng rollers sa
rollers.
ilalim yan.
Rollers na lang.
Rollers na.
Uy, that shows my age. Hindi na nga pala Ponto King 4 ngayon. Iba na yung annotation.
Night na ba? Hindi.
D3. Iba na. Pero, so, this coming show is, tama ba yung dinig ko? Parang retrospective na rin.
No, it's a Thanksgiving show.
Thanksgiving show.
I just want the patrons and the collectors I want to thank them and show them that what I've progressed into as a designer, the growth and everything.
So, more or less, it shows also the wide range that you've
Will you be
gone
showing
through.
old and new pieces?
Some old pieces, but basically these are one-of-a-kind pieces that you really spend time working on.
Now, there is yet another facet of Benji's artistry, no? That goes, I would say, beyond individual production, like chairs and chess pieces, no? Where he is actually commissioned to do practically entire houses, no? Or parts of a resort, no? This is the subject of our third and final set of
Or
stills.
whole
If we can
resorts.
see the pictures that depict how Benji has gone beyond the studio. Ito, if I'm not mistaken, this is in
Maribago.
Maribago, Blue Water, no?
That's the
Oh, I love
Mactan.
it there.
Mactan. That's the spa.
Mactan.
They
Nagpamasaya na ako din.
Pamasahe ka na
I
yun?
know you
Yeah,
did.
that's
They
it.
just
Masaya
sent
na
me
ako.
from there once.
This was a house I designed
This
for,
is incredible.
for a couple in La Vista.
La Vista.
Wow,
That's-
this
The
is in
second
La
house I
Vista?
built after I built first my house totally entirely out of wood. So they commissioned me to design their house.
Parang tree house na ano, no?
It
It's a
doesn't even
gazebo.
look real.
Gazebo,
It looks like a
that's
model
the-
home.
I take it this is a personal shot.
Nasama. That's me and my wife.
Framed. Ano. So you work,
Your lovely
that
wife.
frame was yours also?
Yeah. For
Now we'll see some, mga write-ups kay Benji,
Eto,
mostly from...
this is my tahanan in Antipolo.
Ayan yung sa inyo.
Yeah. This is where I work, where I entertain
I see.
guests and clients.
Ganda.
Panaginip.
Wow.
That's a
Okay,
bed.
that's something you want to
Matrimonial
take
bed.
home to
Oh.
fulfill
This
your
one was
panaginip.
commissioned
I want to
by
take home
a
someone to
client.
that bed.
It was commissioned, it's right in the middle of a room. So you can walk around it. It was commissioned by a client who owns a penthouse in Makati, here in
I
Makati.
see. But he gave you carte blanche to design.
Yeah, the bed and the entire
Oh,
unit.
feeling Raja kaya ata rito.
Yan, Raja yan.
Feeling...
Testing it out.
And the sculpture at the back is Ermitaño, which I did in 1991.
My God. Uy. Talagang poste na ginawa mo.
Hindi, ano yan, bas relief na nakasabit lang sa poste.
Ah,
I did it in
okay.
1991.
And this is in your tahanan.
That's in my tahanan. This one is part of
Sa
the...
Maribago yan.
Maribago yan.
Ayan, dyan ako nagpamasaya.
Yung Hilot Pavilion.
Hilot Pavilion.
Pati Tagalog na rin yung mga pangalan na inano namin. Very Pinoy. The resort is very Pinoy, no?
Yeah.
I love it then.
This is the
Right
retrospect of
upside
the Datu chair. Featured in Blueprint magazine.
What began it all, no?
Ito yung tahanan ko. Ay, ng asawa ko pala, nakikitira lang ako doon.
Overlooking
Manila de Bay.
Yeah, Manila de Bay.
I see.
And this is your dining
That's
table?
our dining area.
And each of those chairs, individual?
Individual yan, iba-iba. Ito yung hagdan namin sa bahay. It's sculpture also.
Ito, anong kahoy ang ginamit mo sa hagdan?
For the hagdan, siguro I used about 7 different species of wood. Puro recycled din. Ito yung lanay namin. Meron akong collection ng lusong eh. Sabi nga lang, siguro yung past life ko, farmer ako eh. May mga lusong ako, may mga...
Grain pounders, no? Mga grain. But how, ito, gusto ko to.
Bibilyar ka rin ba?
Bilyar na.
This is part of that bed na panaginip.
Pero nakakarga ba yan ng 4 na tao?
Hindi, binabaklas yan eh. Assemble na lang doon.
Bigat siguro.
Oo. Ang nag-set up nito,
wood
yung
is
nag-set up
quite
ng mga
heavy.
mesa nila Bustamante, nila Efren. And he saw it, sabi niya, they should try this. Mas maganda pa raw to sa ano eh. Kasi black slate pa rin ang ginamit ko. Actually, sa Brunswick, giniba ko, kinuha ko lang yung slate. I built around it.
Galing, ano? That's red felt. How long did it take to build your tahanan? 10 years? 15 years?
No, it's a work in progress. 3 years before we were able to move in.
3 years.
It's a work in
This
progress.
is a nice bar.
That's part of the penthouse also.
Commission dyan.
Commissioned the entire penthouse. He got it bare. And then we worked on it. And then the furnishings. 10 months in the making. Yung flooring niya nga, ayan yung Pinya
Pinya
penthouse.
penthouse.
Wow.
Kita mo yung bed niya, parang arena, no? He's a bachelor.
Oh, no wonder.
Does he sell tickets to these performances?
Tapos sa backdrop, it's pinya fabric na may light sa likod.
Kaya Pinya penthouse.
Yung backdrop ng bed niya, pinya fabric, tapos may light sa likod.
Ooh. Ambient.
Nice. Wouldn't you want to be invited to the Pinya penthouse? What if
Not as much as you.
somebody tried to pick you up in the bar? Want to come to my Pinya penthouse?
Even the lighting is all, high-tech by phone and everything.
Wow. Amazing.
Nice to work with people like this because it gives me a big canvas to work on. And that is what develops probably most artists. If you have patrons who trust you,
Yes.
with places like this, spaces like this.
Or the resorts, no?
Or
Ganyan,
the
they
resort
give you-
especially. Imagine, you have a 5-hectare property in Panglao,
Yeah.
and nothing is built there. And
Sa Panglao ba ikaw rin
from scratch yun.
water? Well, I'd really like to go there. I'll
scratch
see
yun.
it one of these
I
days.
first worked on Maribago,
Oo.
and then when the owners, they loved the transformation and
Yes,
everything. And they understood what Filipino resort, that's what they really wanted, that's what we wanted. So we moved to Panglao, and that's what we did in Panglao. It's a totally Filipino resort.
That's why you also mentioned earlier that he's also a landscapist, di ba? Landscape artist ka rin.
Yes.
So yun, included yun dun sa
I just,
Panglao.
kasi sa akin, ang idea ko kasi the house is the main painting and everything. You need a picture frame around it.
Yeah,
and
it's true. When you are designing a house or a space, a resort or whatnot, the landscaping is very important. I agree with him. It
So
does,
part of it also, Chris.
It's part of the space.
It's tantamount to
space.
framing it. Yes.
If I'm seated inside my room or my tahanan, no, part of it is outside. You want the outside to creep in. So you have to fix the outside also.
Yes. Correct.
What other big projects are up in the works after your show in November? Well, by the way, where will the show be in November?
It's going to be at the main atrium lobby of the Eastwood Mall in Quezon City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Open to everyone to see, I
Open
hope.
open to every. I really needed a big space. That's why I got that space.
Yes, because you have more than 20 pieces.
Yeah, and you're talking of a king size bed.
Lalagyan mo rin.
King size bed, dining tables, cabinets, and everything. Ano na talaga, everything there. All out.
When will this be? November
November 19 to the 22nd.
19. So,
Only 4
malapit
days.
na.
Parang
days
long
lang.
weekend lang.
I'd imagine you're still in the process of producing the pieces.
Yeah, kami
Up to now.
hanggang ano pwedeng umabot, sige.
And what about any international shows that you're planning to
Not at the moment, not at the moment.
invited to? Wala pa muna.
You know, the difficult thing about what I do is, I love what I do, no? But the difficult thing about it is to try and please everyone, because it's so taxing to produce one piece. It's not like, you know, I have an admiration for painters and, you know, I respect them. Pero sa sculpting kasi it takes really...
It's a muscular effort. It's
Yeah.
physical,
Literally.
no?
Physical talaga, you know, at the end of the day, I love what I do, but at the end of the day, when you're lined up, that's when you feel all the aches and pains. At 54 years old, I'm not young anymore, but you feel it, no? But yung accomplishment, iba eh.
I hope you don't mind this question, Benji. Do you see yourself in the future as eventually, possibly, incorporating other materials with wood?
Maybe.
The way some sculptors that we know,
Yeah, maybe,
do,
maybe.
with glass, with iron.
You know, when I started,
stone.
12 years ago, I was working with leather also.
Ah,
Wooden leather.
yan, magandang kasama yan. Wood
Pero,
at saka leather.
pero for individual pieces, maybe, no? Pero if you're talking kasi of houses and resorts, yes, glass na,
yeah,
steel,
yeah,
I
yeah.
work with that na.
Of
If you look at the entirety of the entire house, everything within it, it's a mixed media na eh.
Yeah.
May glass ka, may metal ka, may metal lang, you have brass, copper.
Sarap talaga maging sculptor. Hingit na hingit ako maging sculptor. It's a matter, appropriation of space, eh, no?
At saka working with your hands. Alam mo, from concept to fruition, iba eh. Makikita mo na, and then especially chairs, you conceptualize something, and then you create it with your hands. I can't explain it, no? And then you oil it, and then you sit on it.
Okay.
Alam mo, Crip, when you sit on it.
Yeah, yun ang
And you know, there are only a few pieces that I sat on.
Gratification.
I have to tell you this,
Fulfillment.
nakakatawa, but there are only a few pieces that I conceptualized and sat on, and then you say, sorry, damn, I'm good. Kasi ang sarap eh.
Tama.
Hindi ba? And thank you. Thank you for
Pero
that.
gawa ka naman ng
For the
the sad
inspiration.
chair.
Nang?
Marquis de Sade chair na tinatawag. Yung, may mga ganun eh, sa French, yung pag-upo ng babae, plok, gumagano, tapos you know,
What are you talking
yeah,
about?
it's called
Para
the-
sa'yo, gagawin
It's
kita.
called the Marquis de Sade chair. Na it's manual na pag may umupo, it
Bubukas, it
it
opens.
spreads out and then clamps the sitter.
I see.
Yeah, tas
See what I
pwede
mean? See how
pwede
this
nang
mind
gamitin ng
works?
leather. Ito na yung leather.
Ay, yung mga leather,
Doon lalabas yung leather.
Seriously.
Leather cuffs.
Another idea is, I'm sure this has crossed your mind and you'll eventually get to do it, a boat.
Yeah, that's my dream.
Di ba?
That's my dream.
Kahit na canoe lang, for a simple canoe or raft on, pero with your design, my God.
That's my dream to live by the lake and have a boat.
But imagine as a tourist attraction sa, let's say, Boracay, ganyan, or El Nido, na you see this, parang, it's not just a bamboo raft there, 10 feet in water, or nagiging bar, ganyan, but, that's a Benji Reyes, boat.
Yeah.
Yung from the floating stuff to the ceiling, to the bar, ganyan.
Magandang project yan.
An arc.
Baka meron
Benji's arc.
baka meron magpagawa.
Oh, dapat.
2012 na.
Sa Marikina
You
River.
should start working on your art.
Benji's arc.
for 2012, no? For December.
Yeah, for December 21.
A lot of people are asking,
2012.
gumagawa ka na ba ng art?
Oo nga, no? Arc talagang. But what other, let's say, what else is left for you to do? You're at the pinnacle of you're at the prime of your
I tell
career
you,
as an artist.
I take it as it goes. Kasi alam mo, the ideas, they just come in eh. You know, and I follow my instincts, my gut feel. Na, you know, I should work on this. But I try to live a balanced life. No? Sometimes projects come in, resorts or houses, and then I want to do a piece of furniture that, you know, I've been conceptualizing. So I put that on hold first. I work on this. Money matters. Of course, everybody needs money, no? But at the end, that's why my wife manages me. Kung ako lang, malulugi ako.
Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky.
I just love what I do, and I don't really care. other stuff.
You mentioned your wife used to sing, and then she stopped doing that and started managing
Yeah,
you.
she would go out. Naman ang singing eh. She'd come home at 2 in the morning. Sometimes I would accompany her. Puyat na, the next day can't work. We've always, we've been married for 25 years, happily married, and we really enjoy each other's company. So, especially now, she retired 10 years ago. So kami dalawa na magkasama. She manages me.
And you have 2 daughters.
I have 2 daughters.
Are either of them taking after you, following in your footsteps?
Well, they have it, but in denial.
In denial.
Denial pa.
Yeah.
Do you also see yourself sometime producing sculpture that's not functional at all, just purely aesthetic?
Oh yeah, I've
Like
done several.
portraits of
I would
people,
imagine that you
busts.
have.
I've done pieces like that.
Yeah, the one that we saw yung hanging, yung bas relief na hanging on the post.
Alam mo,
no?
meron kasi ibang pieces, script na was never documented.
Sayang.
Yeah,
And then
really.
what happens to
Exacto.
them?
In fact, I'm wondering, ba't wala pang libro nyo?
Na,
O your art.
hoping next year.
Oh, dapat. Meron
Hoping
na.
next year.
Oo.
They wanted to do a...
This is the kind of set of books na dapat even DOT should be helping it. And it should be spread out everywhere. All our embassies have that.
We've been talking about it, and the kind of book that I want is not just a coffee table book. I want it to be an educational
Exactly.
book for students to be able to afford.
Instructive sa wood, what
yeah.
to do.
Oo, para ma-inspire sila.
That's so Filipino. And
Yeah.
the prime of the Philippines na
Yeah.
very premium.
It will
Lalo
be a
ng
very
mga students, I
picture-heavy
always
book.
tell them, try to be original. Try to be original. It sets you apart from other people. It's not easy, but at the end, as you develop into being a designer and artist. That's why I told them, it doesn't necessarily mean you graduate from interior designing. Interior designer ka na kaagad. Even fine arts. The title artist is given to you by your patrons and the collectors. Pag tinawag kang artist, maraming salamat.
It's fun to go check out Benji's blog site. You have a
So you have
budding
one?
philosopher actually, and he's not just an advocate. A lot of young people you can really learn a lot from the little homespun philosophies that he spins in his blog. He doesn't just talk technically about his wood and the technique, but the whole matter of conservation, etc., recycling, ganyan.
Yes.
Principles. A lot of principles.
Dapat mag-party list na lang tayo na. Para ma-spread to
Pati nga yung blog site ko, I haven't been attending to it.
So busy.
Yeah, I wish I had 2 lifetimes.
Diba?
Well, you never know. With the technology these days, they just might be able to prolong our lives.
Siguro for a final question, Benji, any yung envisioned big project or thing that you really want to do, that you're looking forward to, yung hindi commissioned, yung personal na gagawin mo.
Your personal
gusto mong gawin.
goal.
Probably to build a Filipino house, not here. Probably in the US or Australia, and people to see Philippine art. They would come here, punta sila sa bahay, then they see my collection and all this Philippine art na I have around the house. Pero for me to be able to bring my stuff, my ideas abroad, and not only for me, but to represent the Philippines, and show them na this is what Philippines is all about, arts.
That would be wonderful.
Yun ang ano ko oo.
Dapat embassy na lang natin, ganun. Di ba?
You know what?
Sa buong
What's
embassy.
difficult?
Di ba?
What's difficult in my part is that for me to do a show abroad, imagine isang 40-footer container yung Crips.
Yeah, exactly.
Di ba?
Probably
It's not.
more.
It's not really easy.
Yeah.
It's not really easy. But a lot of foreign buyers, they come here. Nakakataba ng puso. They come here and they order the furnitures from here.
Yeah.
From me, the Philippines.
Really?
No? And these people, they go around the world.
Yeah.
They can afford to buy anywhere they want to. But they choose to buy
That's
yung
the
atin.
final.
Yung atin. No?
It's an affirmation, actually, that everything you've been doing, you're rewarded. No, you're rewarded. Unfortunately, we've run out of time.
We're down to about 30 seconds. So if anyone wants to reach Benji Reyes or learn more about him, just log on to benjireyes.com. And then, Benji, would you like to
FB.
invite our viewers to your show?
Yeah, please,
Medyo malapit na rin.
please come to my show November 19 to the 22nd at Eastwood Mall.
Eastwood Mall,
Yeah.
November 19. And then let's play chess there. Salamat, Benji.
Maraming salamat
Inviting
for
us to
Joining us.
inviting
Thank you,
me.
viewers, for tuning in.
It was a
Tune in
pleasure.
again next Tuesday for more exciting and thrilling subject matters and guests with
That will illuminate your
and
lives.
will illuminate you.
Okay.
Illuminati with Crip and Tricks. Thank you, Benji. Thank you.
But Trix will have a new hairdo next week, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't like my hair.
To illuminate her face.